Good morning, everybody. It is a new day in the garage. I know my hair is going everywhere, but whatever. New day in the garage. For those of you who have read the description, you know we are doing a toy mod. And the toy mod we are doing today is actually, let me flip you around so you can see it. Beast from X-Men. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're like, Ben, why is he gray? Well, Beast made his debut with the other X-Men in September of 1963. He was not he was not furry back then, I guess you'd say. He's not beast out. He made his debut in September of 1963 with the other X-Men. He had Beast, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, and Angel. Upon graduation from Xavier's school, Beast followed his dream of working in the science field. Well, what was that? It was Amazing Adventures Volume 11. He found out that his colleagues were going to try and steal his work and also possibly reveal his secret identity as an X-Men. So he took his serum and morphed into he grew fangs and claws, and he sprouted gray hair all over his body. That being said, this was short-lived because in volume 15 of Amazing Adventures, which came out in, what was that? It was November of 1972. After a fight with the Brotherhood of Evil and Quasimodo, his serum or his mutation took on a second stage, and he turned the blue that we all know and love. So we are going to be Hasbro Marvel Legends card pack came out with a blue version of Beast, but if you missed that chance, you would have to go to the secondary market where it's extremely expensive. Thankfully, they made gray version, which is less desirable, therefore it's less expensive. I procured this guy and this guy from the toy department up in Fairfield, Ohio. Shout out to you guys at the Fairfield toy department. Those guys are really good and everything. It's like they got an amazing store. They know what they're talking about. They're really cool. You see them at Comic Cons and toy conventions all the time. I can't talk for some reason. So yeah, I gotta get a shout out to those guys. We got this guy, I think it was like $20, and then this guy was like $4. He came with an extra feral head with a fist and more like a scratching hand and everything. Of course, right now I've got him with a closed hand and he's waving at you. And of course, he's got his more lovable face on him. This guy didn't come with anything. It was just him. So we're going to take him apart and we're going to begin painting him. So first thing I want to tell you about is this has a butterfly joint here and here for the shoulders. I'm going to be cutting in this like this and then letting it dry, moving it, and then cutting in the back shoulder blades and everything before I paint anything else. So that's the plan. Let me get this in the phone in the cradle, and then we will start painting. So give me 1 second. Alright, we are in the cradle now. I'm going to take these apart. Very simple. His heads and hands are swappable, so they come off really easy. We're just going to simply put it down. This guy's not supposed to come off, I don't think, but it comes off really easy. Put that there. Put this here. Try to get you guys better see what's going on, because I've got these extremely long skewers here for the heads to be on and everything. Alright, so there's that. Here are the paints we're going to be using today. We're Rust-Oleum Satin Sapphire and Sail Blue. Sail Blue is going to be the main color we use, whereas this is going to be like the shadow and everything. So that can go there, this can go there. We're going to be using my Works airbrush, 2-stage airbrush and everything today. Hopefully it'll work. I've been having some trouble with it lately. So simply you're going to spray some of this into this, then put that into that, and then start spraying. Like I said, first thing I'm going to be spraying and I'm going to let dry is the butterfly joints on the shoulder blades here. I want to spray that, let that dry, and then I'll probably spray the hands and the face separate, and then I gotta spray in here. It's gonna take a while. Foot joints there and there. Gotta be able to, all this has to be painted. Okay. So I'm gonna open the door. It's gonna get loud because I gotta open the door, get the fan going. There's planes, there's people mowing their lawns. It's Saturday, so people are out and about. But we're gonna be painting, so I might put some music on. I don't know. We'll get there. Mask on. FYI, I washed these thoroughly before I came out here to start painting. Get all that oil and stuff off of there. Usually I would paint it black and then hit it with a Zenithal highlight, which is just going in with little bits of white. But with him already being gray, I didn't feel like doing that. Okay. Well, I can't touch it up. A little bit right there. There you go. Good as new. Remember, people, if you make a mistake, you can let it dry and then go and repaint it. Or sand it down. That's hilarious. Reminds me kind of Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. There you go. I really wish I had some stands, but I don't have any right now. Well, I do, they're buried. Wasn't thinking. Hindsight's 2020. So I don't need to get the ball of the head right there because the head's gonna go on it and it's gonna wipe all that off. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I love this double action sprayer. Before I never used a double action sprayer until I got this Works kit, maker kit for Christmas a couple years ago, and I fell in love with it to where I went and bought 3 more of these sprayers so I can do multiple colors at once without constantly switching out and cleaning the air gun. Alright guys, we are back. Beast is blue for the most part. Now we're going to go in, we're going to add some darker shades. We're going to be painting, his hair is going to be a darker blue, this blue here. This is the sapphire blue. And we are going to put some highlights in different places to give it more depth. Or so that's the plan, okay? So, that's... rest of you, but right now I feel like I'm kind of channeling. The image I have in my head right now, that just popped in my head, is what's that guy from Monsters Inc? Sully. That's what I'm thinking about. Sully. The blue and the purple. Yeah. I hope I'm not messing this up. This is actually for my sister. She's one that loves to collect 1/12 scale. I prefer the 3 3/4 scale just because of how much room I have to display all my stuff. You guys can see that. I got all the recesses got a little bit of the sapphire blue. And I'm going to come back in and I'm going to paint his trousers a darker blue than that. I've got an ink blue, but it's a gloss. So later I'm going to have to go in and clear coat that. But we're going to paint his heads now. His hair is going to be this darker blue style. Yeah, this 3 3/4 Beast doesn't really have much hair, or fur, I mean, not hair. So it's not as, it's a lot more tricky than that one. really just supposed to get into the recesses and darken and shade what I'm doing. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to go and I'm going to paint the trousers the darker blue. And now I'll have to go and start painting the face, even though of its features and everything. But once again, we have to let it dry. Welcome back, guys. What took me so long? I've been waiting for you. So here we are. We are going to go ahead and we are going to paint the shorts on Beats, both of them and everything. I did a test and I didn't like the blue, so I found this blue that I have. It is a matte ink blue. Get that up real fast. Shake it up. Shake it up. Blue right. Where am I? I can't see the screen. I don't know. But I'll show you. Right there. That blue is what we're doing. Like I said, I did a test run and I didn't like the blue that I was going to use. So I went and found this. I've got it in a gloss as well. This is what I used for my RC aircraft box that I did last week, I think. But that was the gloss. This is just matte. Here we go. Come on. This guy has been messing with me all day. I've cleaned it twice. Thankfully, it's not shooting out any other colors. Before I did this, I did a couple Wolverines for my sister. And I did the one from X-Men Evolution, the one, you know, the one with the orange, uniform and everything, X-Men Evolution. And I cleaned that thoroughly at the end of the day. And I painted a couple other things. And like this was like 3 weeks later, I'm painting. And then I just get this huge splotch of orange on my brush paint job for a model that I was doing. I was so PO'd at myself. But at the same time, I was like, this is 3 weeks later. How did this happen? And I hadn't even used an orange of that color since that Wolverine. So I knew it was that Wolverine. At the end of the day, I just had to let it dry, and then I was able to go in and fix it. This isn't like Hollow or nothing where you're on a deadline or something. No, this is me having fun here, guys. Alright, I'm back. Went and got the rust red side. Nope, not him. Got regular red here, so shake that up real good. Go in and we're gonna paint his mouth red, and then we're gonna choose a different red for his tongue so that it stands out from the rest of his mouth. So that's what the plan is. Like I said, work from the background to the foreground when it comes to painting, guys. Control. I'm just going to paint the whole thing red, and then I'll go in with a different red and discern the tongue, and then I'll go in with the vanilla and I'll do his teeth. That way I've got a bit of flesh everywhere. Paint the teeth white. This one I gotta do the same thing. This one, like I said, this one reminds me of the Wolfman, or the original Wolfman, or Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. I don't know why it just popped into my head when I saw this. It was like $4 out of the container at toy department. So there's that. Clean that brush real good. Truth be told, crap, it's so hot in here right now. It's like 90 degrees. Actually, it's probably more than 90 degrees. It's so hot outside, and this is like an oven, so that white is probably dry already. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the white to his teeth. Wow, I touched up on him. Wow, he was just but there you go. Alright, so I'm gonna go back through, do another coat of white on everything, and I will touch up with blue, and then we will be moving on to I clear coat everything because I want it to stay. So after I touch up, I'm going to clear coat, and then we are going to make a belt for this piece here. He's got a yellow belt, and he's got a red square here with a black X for the X-Men symbol. So that's next. Once again, we're going to have another jump. Alright everybody, we are back. I have come to a realization. The realization that I might actually have a one-day build here. The first out of how many episodes I've got so far. Yes, I know I've only just painted a figure and everything, but that actually feels pretty good to me. I feel really proud of myself actually having a one-day build. Well, so my sister has been working, before I painted all this a long time ago, she bought this and she made this. This is the belt we're going to be running around Beast here. So she made this, and while she was making this, she actually made this little belt buckle. This is just foam, guys, is all it is. Yellow foam, red foam. She got it off of Amazon, had it shipped here. I'm not sure the thickness of it, but I'll find that, put it in the description for you. And we're gonna make the small belt for my beast, because her belt is already done. So let's dive in. I'm gonna use this. This is usually used for cricket making, but it's also good for foam cutting. Put this in here. Lay that right on there. Come on, come on. Okay, guys, so apparently in the so many days since I've used it last, every bit of my super glue has dried up on me. I do not understand how that can happen, but it happened. So I guess the world doesn't want me to have a one-day build, or the world really wants me to use UV resin. Yeah. We're gonna do a little bit. I do have plenty of this, and I bought it a couple of days ago. A little dollop right there. Another dollop right there, like that. Okay. Okay, that's that side. I'll put a little bit on this side, right? Where the foam meets the base. More than one way to skin a cat. Yep. Alright, that's on there. I'm actually going to do that too, just for a second. Alright guys, we are now ready to form fit. So this one here has already been fitted to that. I need to fit this to him, which is fine. I can do this real fast. In fact, just like that. Now he's waving at you guys. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this so much. Please like and subscribe and comment in the description. I want to hear what you guys are building and everything. I want to hear your constructive criticism. So I will put some B-roll up of this and everything. But otherwise, I will see you guys later.